Oh, you can grab
Oh, this is good.
That'll do it.
My back won't make it more than 5.
I hear that. I hear that. Mine's creaky too.
Watch Lovell work his ass off.
He did. He's sweating. He brings the towel, which is really good. He's ready for it. All right, Lovell, thanks for the session today, man. I thought this was the best you've hit the ball. I thought that was awesome. Wanted to remind you of a few of the things that led to some of that success. So, as always, when we first arrived, had to do a little kind of re-engagement with golf, right? The most important thing that we did early on was kind of remind yourself about how we can start hitting the ground nice and consistently, right? So we did those little half wedges, which I thought was really successful. A couple reminders about those ones though. When we have a pitching wedge or a sand wedge in our hands, typically we're gonna get our feet maybe a little bit closer together, so not quite as wide as our driver would be, right? A little bit closer together. That ball is gonna be always in the middle of our feet for our wedges. And then that one little subtle difference with our wedges particularly, we're gonna feel like our left hand is gonna sit a little bit more on that left thigh. And that's really because we're making not a full swing, right? And so that's gonna help us get a little bit more of that downward momentum to make sure we brush that grass in the right spot. And you hit some really good wedges to these couple flags here when we got you in there on the right way, okay? Then we started hitting some, I don't know, 7 or 8 irons, I can't remember, but some good irons, okay? We still want to continue to encourage you to make that good full backswing. So we kind of gave you that little trick about how to figure out how far that should go back, right? Fully extend that left arm, turn it back with our chest as far as we can get it, and then grab our right hand on there, and then it'll help, like, just remind you of like where to get that backswing. So, and you did that great. Then we grabbed that hybrid, okay? Best session with that hybrid ever, right? We hit him poorly before. Today we hit it pretty freaking good. Still, you know, a little bit of a challenge. It's a little bit longer club. We got to make sure that we're just brushing that grass in the right spot. But honestly, like, man, really good overall. That was, I think, really positive. And then the driver, okay? And that was certainly the best I've seen you hit the driver. Hit some absolute bombs. But reminders about a couple things that helped you do so, okay? First, really important to get that ball position in line with kind of that left armpit. Some people use their feet to gauge that. You know, the feet are tricky because if you do this, all of a sudden that ball can creep up there and stuff like that. So I really like thinking about it as your left armpit, kind of extending your left arm out there, making sure that we get in that posture there. Still want to encourage you to that nice full backswing. And then the thing that's different with the driver, again, because that ball's up on a tee, we're not trying to hit down on that ball at all, right? We really want to feel like this club is traveling up through it and out. And when we reminded you of that kind of up and out feel, man, you hit a couple out there well past 200 yards and hit some absolute bombs. So anything else we want to talk about? Oh, just that posture. Okay, good. Yes, posture. You had that habit a little bit throughout, sometimes sitting a little bit too much into your heels, getting your butt down a little bit. We really want to feel like our knees are not much bent, not a ton, just unlocked a little bit, enough to take a little bit of bend to it. Really want to feel like our chest is bent over a little bit. That allows our hands to get kind of right beneath our shoulders there, turn back, and turn through that way. So that posture is important to do that too. But other than that, man, I think it was great. Looking forward to seeing you again. Thanks, man. I know this is yours. I'm not stealing your driver.